Hi, my name is Jenny. I'm a Weight Watchers leader, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about how I got here. Um, my journey starts with me being age 50, and I reached 449 pounds. I have been obese all my life. As a child, uh, I can remember as far back as kindergarten. I remember once being in a stairwell in kindergarten and my arm was so chubby it got caught between the rail and the wall. Quite embarrassing. They had to call the nurse, and the janitor came, and they had to put wax paper in between to try to get my arm out. It was embarrassing, and I remember it. Imagine it was 50 years ago, and I remember that. So, um, I remember being weighed in fifth grade. I went to Catholic school, and we did weigh-ins in the beginning of the year. And I remember going to school, getting weighed in that day. I was 169 pounds. At age 10, I was the largest girl in the entire school, not just the fifth grade. And the school went up to eighth grade. That day was horrible. I remember the girls laughing, and I remember the girls telling the boys how much I weighed, and I weighed more than some of the boys. And so that was a horrible day. I got spitballs spit at me, and I got made fun of. And I couldn't wait to get home to my mom. And my mom, of course, comforted me with a bowl of ice cream and chocolate syrup, because isn't that how it's supposed to happen? and just being comforted by food for a lot of things in my life. And um, never get invited anywhere, ever. Um, Never really having a true friend. And I went through my whole life like that, all through school. And then as an adult. And take me to age 50 and being at work. And I'm a nurse. And they were singing happy birthday to me. They had wheeled me into the lunchroom because I could not, I couldn't walk anymore. My mobility was gone. And so was most of my life. I had a lot of medical problems by that time, and I was 449 pounds. Um, I cried that day. My 50th birthday, most people, it's a milestone. For me, it was almost like a tombstone. Um, I cried because I knew that my life was coming to an end. Um, sorry. My granddaughter, I wound up having to be home um, on disability. I couldn't go back to work anymore. Um, I couldn't walk, I couldn't breathe, I couldn't walk more than 10 feet without having to be put in a chair. Um, so I was homebound for 2+ years, only making it out of the house to go to doctor's visits. And I was refused bariatric surgery by many doctors, by a few surgeons in the city, because they didn't think I would survive after the surgery. And so um, I knew I had to do something, and I started my weight loss journey in February of 2009. My only granddaughter was born in November of 2008. And all the doctors told me I wasn't going to have much time left if I didn't turn my life around some way. So in February of 2009, I started my weight loss journey, and in June of 2009, I was able to, after losing some weight, able to walk and make it into the meeting room. And actually, it was this meeting room here in Lynbrook. um, where I still come on Sundays for the 8:30 meeting. Um, and this is where my journey began in 2009. And I came into Weight Watchers this time. I've been in so many weight loss programs before, including Weight Watchers, but never really putting myself into the program, never really doing everything it said. And this time I came into it knowing this was all that was left. And so quitting wasn't an option, and I made my small changes, and it was one thing at a time. And it started from making better choices even in how I prepared food, and then making better choices with which food I chose, and cleaning up my environment and making sure that the spaces and the environment around me for my food was safe for me and okay for me. And doing all these things, it became routine and became things that were automatic for me to do. I went from not being in a bed for 2 years, for, if you can imagine, only getting a bath once a month and not even having clothes, being a size 7X, not coming out of your home. I had stasis ulcers on my legs. They were opened and dripping. I hadn't been out of the house. So being in that prison and to be given this gift of now being able to live. I went from medicine all day long, all different times of the day, insulin injections, pain that I couldn't tolerate in my knees and in my back, all from me being morbidly obese. This was me in February of 2009. Sometimes I look at this and I can't even believe that that was me. I have my family still today, and I live with them. And they'll see me on the street and even in the store. My sister was behind me online, and she didn't know it was me. And I turned around and she said, "Oh, I keep forgetting you look like that." And that's because all my life, I was obese. But Weight Watchers gave me a life. They didn't give me a life back. They gave me a life. I never had a life before now. Now I work. I'm back to being a nurse full-time. I'm a Weight Watchers leader, Weight Watchers receptionist. I'm proud of that. I love helping people. I want to inspire people and let people know who think that they're helpless and hopeless that this can be done. This program is amazing. This program was built for human nature. I'm human. If I did this, anybody can do this. I had every obstacle in my way. I was middle-aged, going through menopause, on insulin, on all other medications, on a couch, homebound, not being able to move. And with all of those obstacles, I was still able to become successful, to reach my goal. And I lost 300 pounds on this program. So this program is amazing. This program is built for human nature. Weight Watchers 360 is how I live. It's what I do. Tracking spaces and routines. Everything now, routine is a go-to for me. It's second nature. It's what I do. My healthy choices are easier to make. Once you start losing the weight and you start feeling better, and you see The benefit of it, the benefit of being able to breathe, the benefit of being able to move, and the benefit of being able to enjoy life. Find yourself a meeting room and a leader that can facilitate that for you. The receptionist, the warmth, them remembering your name, them remembering a little thing about you. This is a place for you to be. This is the place where we all come together. We're here for you. Just remember that this program is amazing. And if you follow this program, and it's the words of my leader, and I listen to her, and that's how I got here, and I tell my members all the time, if you follow the directions, you will be successful on this program. So, for those of you who are thinking about coming, I want to say welcome, welcome back, come back. For those of you who are here, think of me when you're having that time when you just think you can't do it or you're stuck. And know if I could do it, you can do it.